Toxic relationship signs that could be spoiling your sex life, your relationship, or even your marriage. Today, I'm going to reveal to you a UCLA research study that identified 5 warning signs in a relationship that you may be suffering from, and will continue to do so unless you watch the rest of this video. Hey, it's Vikram, your sex guru. Welcome back to another video. If this is your first time here and you're looking to learn about all things sex, make sure you hit the subscribe button now and turn on bell notifications so that you don't miss anything. The Sloan Center at UCLA studied 30 couples who were married and had children and identified 5 warning signs in a relationship that you need to pay attention to, because if you are in a toxic relationship right now, you definitely want to do something about these. Warning sign number 1. You spend very little time talking to each other. In the study, less than 35 minutes were spent by the couples talking every single week. And here's the shocking part. Most of the time was spent talking about things that needed to get done or errands to be run. So let me ask you, do you have a to-do list? Comment down below and tell me what you usually talk about with your partner on a regular basis. You see, the biggest problem today isn't the fact that couples do not spend any time together. That is a symptom of a much larger problem. And that is, you do not want to spend time together. It's sad but true. Relationship problems can continue for a long period of time. Only once you hit your breaking point do you actually do something about it. And that's why spending more time together is highly essential. You need to have that form of communication, especially when you're in an intimate relationship. So set aside your to-do list and actually sit down and talk to one another every now and then. It's really not that hard. The more you spend some time learning to talk to one another and try to solve your problems, the more the likelihood of you being actually able to do it. And that leads me into warning sign number 2. Warning sign number 2, you make everything else a priority other than your relationship. Now just see what that does to your sex life. In some way, shape or form, we all have a need for sexual gratification. And when you're ignoring sex, a relationship problem, or anything of importance to the relationship and giving something else more priority, you are causing more damage than you would like. Or better yet, more damage than you know. Relationships that suffer are probably ones that do not take the time to actually be together, the ones that do not choose to try and do something to fix the problems that they're suffering from. If you are going to step out of this, it's important for you to make your partner, your love life, your sex life a very, very important priority, so that as an individual, you are feeling happy, safe, and comfortable, and so is your partner in the process. Warning sign number 3, you drift apart and lead parallel lives. This is so closely associated with warning sign number 1 and 2. You see, today with the advent of social media and different ambitions that we all have, we always have to chase our dreams before we chase our relationships. It's almost something that we put upon ourselves. And that causes us to really drift apart over a period of time and lead parallel lives. This could be career related, maybe you have different interests, or maybe you're just very different people. Yes, people do get into relationships and marriages that are like that. If you and your partner don't really make your relationship a priority and instead give importance to everything else, you aren't going to be able to spend more time together. If you're spending less time together over a period of time, you are going to drift apart and you're going to lead very separate lives. And at no point of time will these 2 parallel lives meet once again, unless you do something about it. Warning sign number 4. men become more job-centered and women become more child-centered. In a lot of households, it's the gender role stereotype that men have to be the breadwinner and women need to take care of the child. Now, although this is shifting today and we see a lot more women taking up jobs, this usually takes a turn for the worse once the couple have a baby. This is typically because of a shift in responsibility that takes place that most couples find hard to adjust to. This causes couples to struggle maintaining a balance between their work life, their love life, and now somehow they have to integrate their family life in there as well. The only real solution for this is getting as much support as possible. Getting help can manifest itself either in the form of getting some support at work, maybe some counseling or relationship therapy in order to work on the sexual issues or the overall relationship, and ultimately some support from family and friends in order to help with the child. Warning sign number 5, and probably the most important one on this entire list. No intention of changing for your partner. The thing is, we all find change really hard. This is the one that most couples ignore, especially when they come from totally different backgrounds. Now, there are two people in a relationship. One is, of course, your partner, and a part of you really loves them. Part of you really likes who they are and what they have to offer. But someone else whom you share a relationship with that you really consider a lot more important, that is the one that causes you to pay less attention to this and prevents you from changing to meet the needs of this person, and that is your own self. When a relationship is suffering, that self-love turns into more of self-obsession, and sometimes even self-obsession itself is the problem. Sometimes you just don't feel that the other person is as important anymore. And that really goes without saying, because when you have other things as a priority, you're spending less time together, you're not really leading lives together. Instead, you're drifting apart and you're leading parallel lives, causing to pursue your jobs or other ambitions and trying to balance out all of the important things instead of focusing on your relationship. You are not going to be in a position to want to change for your partner or adjust to meet their needs. And unfortunately, this is the sad reality of most things today. But I'll tell you what, if you want this for yourself, if you want this for your partner, if you want to come together and make this relationship work, despite all of the problems that you have at this point of time, you decide that I am going to take this by the reins and I am going to try and solve this problem. Then you are putting yourself in a state of power so that you can evoke change in the relationship. It ultimately comes down to making a choice. Do you want to work on this relationship? Or is it too toxic for you? Does this deserve your time, or should you be doing something else with it? You see, I identified only 5 warning signs that you are in a toxic relationship in this video, but the problem is much larger. You may be suffering from a very different problem that is unique to your relationship that these studies don't really identify. And that's exactly why it's your duty as well as your partner's duty to work together, to sit down and see exactly what you need to change and adjust in order to meet the needs of your partner as well as the relationship, in order to make things work if you so desire. It's not just a matter of doing what you love or what you find comfortable with your partner, but in fact, it's a matter of what it really takes in order to make the relationship work. If you're looking to own a comprehensive training system that shows you step by step exactly how to go about dealing with and even avoiding all of these sexual problems to ultimately enjoy an amazing sex life and even a loving, fulfilling relationship using real-world communication skills, then make sure you check out the Verbal Love Potion training system. I've linked it down in the description box below, or you can log on to the website right here. And if you're looking for more free sex tips, make sure you hit the I button now and check out the best sex playlist. Found the video useful? Make sure you smash that thumbs up button, comment down below and tell me which one of these warning signs that you found to be the most eye-opening. What else do you want to see me cover here on this channel? Comment down below and let me know. If this is your first time here, subscribe right now, hit the bell notification so that you don't miss any of the things that I am putting out for you. Let's learn about all things sex together. This is Vikram signing off, and I'll see you in the next session.